Yo, what up, what up, what up, y'all? Want to come back, say hi, say hi. Yeah, she's all nervous. But I wanted to come on today. And really the big thing I want to talk about was just balance. I know I mentioned it before, making sure you're balanced. I know I had said like I kind of engulf myself in my work sometimes, and I found out that my life wasn't balanced. But what I mean by balance and what needs to be balanced in our lives is really five main points: making sure we're balanced emotionally, making sure we're balanced physically, mentally, spiritually, and last but not least, financially. But it's first starting off here with emotionally, meaning that I'm communicating if you have a partner in your life, or if you are living with somebody or anything like that, making sure that your emotions are, number one, felt like they're being heard, and also number two, you are communicating them to people. I know I had the real bad habit of just kind of bottling everything in, and then out of nowhere blowing up about the smallest things. So I had to realize that I needed to get balanced emotionally. I had to make sure that I was not only just, not talking negatively, to my fiance and stuff, but making sure she understood what my emotions were, what her emotions were. Like I said, I've had roommates before as well, making sure that we all feel like we're being heard and all that, because no one likes to, not feel like they're being heard. Then also going on to mentally, meaning here mentally that I'm doing things that help my mind either go to ease or what have you. I know a huge thing for me I got into a little bit was meditation. Some people, it's just having, that stress relief. It could be running. It could be, I don't know. It could be doing, reading books. That's really actually the big one, especially for staying balanced mentally, because, obviously, like I said, the next one's gonna be physical. Physical, it's pretty obvious, making sure I have a balance there, making sure I am working out, making sure I am staying healthy. But at the same time, I'm not doing too much of it, you know what I mean? Where that's my whole life, and now I'm sacrificing other aspects of my life just to work out. But mentally, though, we also have to make sure that, we are staying sharp and sharpening our tools. Yeah, I know, Mouse. But as far as that, now also the fourth one, I think this is the most important one. I think this is the one that almost kind of scares off people, because they feel like oh, religion's not something you should talk about or whatever. I don't think that's the case. Spiritually, I think it's the most important. Making sure that you are. I am a Christian, but regardless what religion you are, spirituality, everybody has it. I believe everyone, there's those spiritual people and then there's religious people. But as far as that, spiritual is just a key in anybody's aspect. Making sure that you just feel good, to your soul, feeding your soul, those could be things like, meditating, praying, making sure you are doing those religious things. Maybe if you are in that case, like going to church or reading the Torah or reading the Quran, or whatever it may be. Like I said, for me, the big thing was meditation and prayer. Those are two things that I will engulf myself in sometimes. And I found out really with the spiritual thing, it's really hard to go too much, But as far as that, the last one, like I said, and this is probably the second most important in anybody's life, is finances, right? Making sure I'm staying balanced, making sure I'm not spending more than I'm earning, make sure I'm saving, at least that, for me personally, I like to take at least, probably about 30% of my check, and I'll put that right into a savings account. I'll go over the finances when it comes to my business in a little bit later. Yes, Millie. Making sure I'm balancing my family, right? Yeah. But making sure I'm balancing, my family life with my work life with my spiritual life with my physical life, like my gym and things like that. And then also making sure I'm staying it with mentally, right? And reading books and things like that, right? But anyway, I just want to come on here, kind of just go over real quick what I meant by balanced. And I guarantee once you make sure all those things are balanced, you will then feel what they say, Zen, right? Or peace, right? And I'm actually probably a little bit later on, I'm going to go over a tool that I found out from one of my previous jobs that has helped me learn how to actually balance these things out and how to not only balance these things, but excel in each one of these things. And I'll get back to that in a little bit. But as far as for now, go Eagles, go, baby!